On April 18th, 2018, a young man had the best night of his life in Austin, Texas, and it's immortalized in the YouTube video Kiss Guy. And we're going to talk about why that's my favorite video of all time on the interwebs. And we're also going to talk about what we can learn from this. You see, Yayo Sanchez went to a Foo Fighters concert and he decided that he wanted to try to get up on stage and play guitar. The Foo Fighters are known for pulling people up on stage. They don't do it all the time, but it happens regularly enough that there's multiple videos on the internet about it. And so Yayo wanted to get up on stage and have his turn. He did a few things to make sure that he got up on stage. Number one, he got a ticket for the pit, which is the area right in front of the stage. It's where there's standing room only. You have to get there early. You have to not leave your spot. So he was dedicated to physically being in place to be seen. Second thing is, he painted his face to look like Kiss. That's why his video is called Kiss Guy. You can search for it. I'll link it below. But it gave him a real recognizable way. He not only did he stand out, but he stood out in a way that was easily categorizable. Kiss Guy. And by the end of this video, people are chanting Kiss Guy, just to skip ahead a little bit. And the other thing he did was he made a sign, and it was very clear. Let me play Monkey Wrench. He didn't have some big crazy sign with a bunch of words on it. I play guitar. I'd love to come up there and play. No. So Dave Grohl is the lead singer of Foo Fighters, and he calls Yayo up. He's like, hey, Kiss Guy, why don't you come up here? And so Yayo comes up on stage, and he's so excited, you can tell. But then he gets on stage and looks out and realizes that there's tens of thousands of people out there. So Yayo, which there's so many really cool things about this video that I have to be real careful not to say. What's really cool is he has a moment where you can see that he makes up his mind. I'm going to lock into this. And I literally just watched this video before I recorded my take on it. And the truth is it's so inspiring, y'all. There's parts on it I didn't straight up cry, but I teared up. Okay, I was touched in the heart because I saw a young man own a moment. And that's really what this is about. Like, as we go through this, this is about owning a moment that's in front of you. Okay? And so Yayo's moment was very clear. He got called up on stage after doing these multiple things to set it up. And when he gets up there, he kills it. He is so prepared. You can tell. Like, I'm a musician. If you're a musician and you watch this, you're going to realize that this dude was prepared for what he did. Okay? It starts with he has his own pick in his pocket. He pulls out his own pick. It's insane, man. And it just goes on from there. So they start playing. He starts jamming with people. He's got long hair. He's got this epic power stance that he can lock into and like whip his hair. So he goes over and jams with the guitar player. He goes over and jams with the other guitar player. And he's jamming with Dave Grohl, the lead singer. Dave's like, do a little solo. And so Yayo steps forward and just busts out a little few notes and sends it back. And then he goes and jams with everybody some more. And then Dave Grohl is like, now do a real solo. When he goes up there and this is the high point of the video for me. This kid starts breaking out this crazy lead is not insane guitar work, but it's very inspired for the piece. Like, this is a straightforward rock song. Da 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 da. There's no like, and this kid that's there in Texas and he plays music in Texas, so he injects some like Texas kind of almost blues into this lead. He had clearly played this song a whole bunch of times. He was ready to play with the band through the changes, through the chorus, the verse, the bridge, like the intro, the outro. And he had played it so many times that he had his own lead for it. That's why he was able to just bust out and play a solo, is because he had noodled on this song so many times. And it's very clear. And what's cool too is you can see Dave Grohl throughout the video testing him and pushing him. Hey, do this, do this. And he responds every time, every single time. Every single time. By the end of this video, Dave Grohl is off to the side, hitting him with the "We're not worthy." It is so deep to me. It is so deep to me. Because I want to be able to be that in command. When I watched this video, what really struck me about Yayo was the way that he stalked the stage. He fully embodied the moment. This was not somebody who got up there and like just was tentative with it. He put everything he had into this moment. I've been up on stage in front of hundreds of people, not thousands of people, maybe 1,200, 1,500, right? but it's not like huge crowds. Even then, it's still scary. One time, I was playing, and there was a crowd of like a couple hundred people, and the band's PA system like dropped power. Because I was a bass player, you have your own bass amp, and like it was still making noise, so I was fine. I was the only thing you could hear from the band. I had this thought. I was like, "This is your time, Tim. If you bust it out right now, everybody's gonna hear you." And I also had this competing thought: if you screw this up, everybody's gonna hear you. And so I just locked it down, kept my part good. They worked on the situation, got it going, kept going. Just to like, it was maybe 10 seconds. Okay. But just in that brief little moment, I know that I didn't have what it took for that moment, right? And I want to extend this metaphor well past playing music, well past being on a literal stage. When it comes to life, there are so many moments that you have a hard time, knowing what moments matter. And so, to some extent, you have to know who you are. You have to know what matters to you as a person and what you're trying to get out of life. I'm a maximizer. I'm trying to get as much out of life as I can. What I want is to live a life that when I'm old and too old to change anything, when I look back on the way that I've lived, I want to be able to say that I did my best in every moment and that I got the most out of life. And I know that's not entirely possible. Already have regrets, okay? And I'm sure I'm going to add some more to the list. But I want to minimize those regrets. I want to have as few as possible. And that means that every day I have to see if there's a moment in it. And if there's a moment, I have to be ready to respond. So here's what we're going to take from Yayo's example. Okay? Number one, you got to know your song. And what that means is what is the cry of my heart? What do I want to put out into the world before I die? You know, we talk about the fact that like you can't take your toys with you, you can't take your money with you when you die. But I'll tell you something else. You can't take your hopes or your dreams. You can't take your talents with you. You can't take any of these things. You have to get it all done before that moment, or it doesn't matter. You could carry something in your heart your whole life and never do it, and what was the point? My song is exactly what I'm doing right now and what you're watching right now. I have been given words to say by a life that was very interesting and full of perspective. I've learned so much from other people, and I've learned from living on a mountain in a blizzard in a van. Okay, we'll just cut to the chase, and we'll talk about it in detail later. But effectively, I've been out in Mother Nature, and I've met whatever made us in those moments. Okay, 100-mile-an-hour blizzard. Yes, absolutely, made me who I am. As an adult, changed my life. And it put me on the path to doing what I'm doing right now. And so I've spoken in public dozens of times over my life. And I've kept imagining that I was going to get another opportunity to get up on stage. And it hasn't happened. So I decided I'm going to make my stage, which is step 2. What's your stage? I thought that I was going to have a magical stage appear. That if I, at work or in life or whatever, that somebody was going to put me on stage and it was going to be my big break. And you know what I found out? Has happened some, but it doesn't happen the way I wanted. And so it's time to take that into my own hands. And just like Yayo prepared, okay, the man knew his song and he knew where the stage was and he did what it took to get on that stage. And finally, what's on your sign? I don't mean a literal sign, okay? What I mean is it is the directiveness of your will into the world. Yayo could have gone to the same concert and stood in the same place with his face painted and just been another dude enjoying the music. The sign is what got him up there. Then you have to actually get up on stage and do it, okay? So it's not enough for me to want something. I have to do something. I have to make it come to fruition. I have to make it exist. So look inside and do a real self-inventory. Who am I and what am I about? And what am I trying to do in this world before I go? And when you get that opportunity, you will get it, okay? You will get the opportunity if you prepare for it, if you work for it, it's going to come in front of you. You may have to make the opportunity just like I'm making this video. But when you get the opportunity, jump on it. Give it everything you got. Shred that bad boy. Just whip your hair around, jam on stage, go be cool with the guitar player, go be cool with the drummer, right? Enjoy it. Own it. Life is short, and we may only get so many moments that matter. Let's make it count. Thanks, y'all.